Fala galera do Ag Fight Diego Ribas, direto de Las Vegas, com Brandon Moreno. Se inscreve no canal, dê essa moral pra gente. What's up, Brandon? How are you, sir?
Hello, man. Nice to see you again.
It's good to see you again.
Thank you.
How do you feel not fighting Davidson? Do you feel good?
Man, that is the question of the fight week for sure. But man, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel very grateful with Davidson for all the history we make each other. We did an amazing work for the UFC, for the mixed martial arts in general. But at the same time, yes, I'm so happy,
You don't miss
I'm
fighting
just-
him.
Exactly. No, at the end was kind of tired, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, of course.
And actually, it was a kind of advantage for me because I saw Davidson's body language like, I don't want to fight against Moreno. He was like kind of done of this. But well, we finished the rivalry. Now we will have another chapter of my career, and I'm just so excited.
Perfect. You fought many Brazilians before, and your last fight was in Brazil, right? How's your Portuguese?
My Portuguese, so I think it's really good. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe
Are you still training?
if you put it in a percentage, maybe it's a 20-25%. The people know it's very similar than Spanish. To be honest with you, I stopped to my lessons, my Portuguese lessons after the fight because after a fight like that, after the title, a lot of responsibilities come for that, like troubles and whatever. But I have a personal compromise to keep learning for sure.
Do you know bad words in Brazilian Portuguese?
I can say them.
Oh, of course you can.
Ah, no,
I did
no.
interview Sean Strickland 2 days ago. It's fine.
Filho de puta, cara. No, come on, man.
Perfect. All good,
What a
all good.
behavior. Come on.
That's what we're looking for. Okay, so let's move. Going back to Brazil, just very quickly. But at the same time you got the title back, you were booed badly by the Brazilians, right? How was the feeling of the crowd being against you?
I mean, the people can see can watch the videos again. I was enjoying that moment, man. And I'm not saying this is good. Actually, it's a bad behavior. But I have a kind of the experience for Mexico. Mexico sometimes is kind of the same.
Yep.
The crowd can be a little bit rude. So that wasn't a surprise for me. At the end, the people come with me, after the fight, like, hey, sorry for the behavior. Like, hey, man, I understand. It is what it is. You can't have control of everybody, right? But I meet a lot of Brazilian people who were like very, very nice with me. I meet the city. I spent 2 weeks in total in Rio de Janeiro. I meet Copacabana and Ipanema. I mean, everybody, all the places is very nice, and hopefully I can go back to Brazil in the future.
Perfect. At that same night, you and Pantoja kind of had like an argument.
Interaction.
Yeah, and I know at that time you didn't like a little bit, but it's fine, right? Do you understand he was trying to promote this fight?
Of course,
Yeah.
no, man. I mean, so actually, it's a huge difference between Davidson and Alexander because Davidson was like talking shit about me every single interview, every single moment when the camera was in front of him and whatever. And with Pantoja, he's been very respectful with me. Obviously, he's like saying like I'm scared or whatever. But in comparison with the other thing, it's like, whatever. So he was trying to sell the fight that night, and I understand. It was kind of weird for me because he came with me very, very nice. Like, man, I'm so happy for you. Congrats. Tonight is your night. Congrats for your victory. But suddenly he changed everything and started to be a little bit aggressive. Like, oh, what the fuck? I don't know what's happening right now. So that's why it was kind of weird with me. Then he started to say, like, I don't know, the countdown or whatever. Like, I saw him and he was scared. And man, first of all, I wasn't scared. I was so happy. I win the fight of my life in front of enemy territory. So man, I was so happy, and that's it. Now I'm just focused to win, man. I'm just focused to win. I know Pantoja is super motivated, and that is an advantage I don't have now because in the last one, and again, Davidson was so tired to fight with me, like, I don't want to fight against Brandon again. But now, Pantoja is ready. Pantoja won my head, and
Ready to
Pantoja won
go.
my belt, and I put that in this training camp, and I'm ready for that.
Awesome. Let's talk about Pantoja. So, I know everybody is asking you about that, but I have to ask. You guys fought twice before, and
Yes,
he won
sir.
twice. Mentally, how is the preparation to be ready to fight someone that beat you up twice already?
Yeah, this fight definitely have a special flavor for that. right? I can't erase that of my past. Like he beat me twice in the past, and it is what it is. The only thing I can do and I can control is to get all the knowledge and experience for those fights in the
Okay.
past. Okay. Again, just I know he will be very prepared. And I think he's extra motivated because when I see his body language, how he tell like he's extra confident, like I beat him, I can beat him again, and it's fine. You know, I understand. He need to get that kind of motivation, but at the same time, I'm just focused to win this fight, man. I just focused to win this battle because this fight for my legacy will be amazing. International Fight Week, UFC 290 in front of thousands of people. A huge possibility to watch a lot of Mexican flags around. So this fight for my legacy will be very cool, man.
At the same time, I gotta ask you as well. Um, you guys fought twice, right? But the first two fights were totally different. The moments, the Ultimate Fighter, and then the second fight. If I'm not wrong, you were scheduled to fight another fighter, and then changed it like 3 weeks before the fight.
Yes.
And now you both have the full camp,
Yes,
like common event, title
I
shot.
know. So I hate to put excuses, man. I don't like to start to talk like, it's because that happened with me. That's why I lost. No, no, no. I mean, at the end, I'm trying to be responsible of my decisions. So yes, I think actually the first fight against him was better than the second one. The second one he beat me. I mean, horrible, right? Wasn't a dominant performance. The only thing I can say that training camp, that fight specifically was terrible for me, man. And obviously, again, was my fault because I accepted that wasn't the moment to fight against him. But well, it is what it is. The only thing I can do right now is focus in this fight. And like you say, I had a full training camp thinking of him. I had an amazing preparation for him, and I'm ready, man. I'm ready, thinking and expecting the best of Alexandre Pantoja.
Perfect. My last question. You were talking a lot about your legacy, and I just saw like a magazine, I guess GQ, you, Alexa Grasso, and Yair Pantera. What's going on? Mexican Storm. You guys have 3 belts already. Like a couple years ago, nobody would say that would be
know.
possible, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what's the pressure of being one of the face in MMA for MMA in your country, and what's the secret for the Mexican Storm?
Man, I think the pressure is huge, for sure. But at the same time, I live in pressure like every single day of my life now. You know, I think since I fought the first time against Davis and Figueiredo, the pressure, every single training camp, every single fight starts to grow. So, talking about Alexa and Jair, I mean, I'm just happy for them. You know, they're doing an amazing job. I know I met them in 2014, both guys, and I know they worked so hard for these belts, and they did it. I mean, obviously, Pantera, he's gonna unify the belt against Volkanovski. Alexa has the rematch against Valentina, but they worked so hard for these opportunities, so they deserve it for sure. And then, what can I say? I mean, we're doing an amazing job in the country. We need to keep working hard. We need to keep doing an amazing thing in Mexico. But I feel very positive to keep watching more contenders and more fighters fighting in good position inside of the UFC.
Felicitaciones.
Obrigado.
Last but not least, can you send a message for Brazilian fans? If you want to say something in Portuguese, it's up to you.
Fala, galera. Eu sou Brano Moreno. Eu estou muito animado de lutar este sábado para vocês. I finished my Portuguese.
That's all good.
Guys, thank you so much for the support. Obrigado, galera.